Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm super excited to be making the very first video of January 1st, 2024. The moment is here, and we are definitely going to seize the moment together. Guys, this is a huge, huge year for all of us, and I've spoken about this. I felt it in my bones 2 months before this year started. And you guys know I came up with the game plan for all of us, not just me, but came up with the game plan. Let's get started early on 2024, and let's get started not a year, but 2 months before everyone else. And there were many of you who were all about it, pushing forward as hard as you could. And, and we got to come into 2024 in a really good stride. Let's be honest. If you guys are pushing during those 2 months, starting November, December, before January hit, which is today effectively, if you guys were the ones pushing, you guys have an advantage over everyone else, not only mentally, but really, I would say, just from a flow perspective, it just keep moving forward. With that being said, guys, I told you guys 2 months ago, I specifically said that I was going to do something that I've never done before. And it really comes down to what the essence of these YouTube videos are. I've told you guys hundreds of thousands of times, and that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but a lot of times, to always push forward and always look for pain in your life. And when you look for pain, you allow pain into your life, you're probably going to handle the rest of life pretty easily. And I didn't share this with you guys, but I'm sharing it with you now. I left the United States. I left New York, and I'm here in the country of Romania. And I'm planning to hopefully bring my family over here into the future, and have my dad here. Probably have kids out here, things like that. I'm still young, so I don't have kids yet, or maybe not. Old enough. Who knows? But or not young enough. Maybe I should get started on that. But anyways, I mean, maybe I might live out here permanently. Who knows? But right now, I moved to Romania, and I left comfort behind back in New York City. Where things were comfortable for me, and I decided that I'm gonna make, like I said, 2024 the best year. And the way that I'm doing it is I'm accepting struggle in all angles. And I told you guys I would do this, but I didn't tell you exactly what I was doing. That's what I'm going to explain. If you guys remember, during the 2-month period, something that I mentioned was I was fasting. I would go through certain days where I just wouldn't eat. And the longest fast I did was a 5-day fast. I've done 3-day fast, 2-day fast pretty consistently, where, I'll eat for a day, and then I'll go 2-3 days without eating. Then I'll eat 1 meal or 2 meals, and then I'll go another 5 days without eating. That's when I did that. And I only did a 5-day fast once. My point with all this to say, I'm not trying to waste your time. My point with everything that I'm saying is I came here to Romania on January 1st. I did not eat December 30th, December 31st. I was expecting to come here and eat. But everything is closed today. I really didn't understand the Romanian culture, and they take their celebrations very seriously here, and literally everything is closed except for like a casino. I'm not going to go inside a casino and eat, so I might as well just not eat, period. Plus, it probably helped me with, weight loss and all kinds of, health kind of stuff. But anyways, the point of what I'm trying to say is, if I didn't do the fasting beforehand, if I didn't push myself through the pain beforehand, going through that 5-day fast, that 3-day fast pretty consistently, and fasting every other day, or things like that, I wouldn't have accepted the fact that I'm just not going to eat today. I wouldn't have accepted it that easily. I could have just probably pulled up to some 5-star restaurant that happens to be open and spend some money here. But, I told myself, when I come to this country, I am going to struggle. I am going to push myself at the highest level possible, because that comes into the essence of these videos. When I tell you guys things like, push harder than last time. If you create two designs a day, one day shoot for 10 designs. Create your 10 designs in one day. And then what happens is when you create those 10 designs later, the days after, many days preceding it, 2 is going to be too low for you. You're used to the 10, so you're going to go for 5, 6, 7. So you're basically pushing yourself and pushing past your limits. And I feel like that's a great exercise mentally, is just having days where you just go through hell and struggle. And I'm not some sort of masochist. I don't, have some sort of enjoyment out of pain. But I realize that, in every aspect of my life, when I bring on the pain, I'm really bringing on future blessings. And point in turn is when I talk about when I started that very first business, there was nothing pleasurable about that. That was all pain. But the pleasure came later down the road when the profits came in. And trust me, everybody was on my shoulders telling me it was a terrible idea. Even my dad, and I love my dad. I love my dad more than anything else in this world. He said to me, I don't want you to run a business. I don't want you to do any of this. I just want you to focus on your studies. This was before I ever started the business, because he wasn't aware of how much money you could make or what kind of life you could live. My point with everything that I'm saying here, guys, is that challenge, although it is very, very blisteringly difficult and bitter, there is fruits at the end of the path, basically. And everybody's going through different things. I'm not here to sit here and say you have to do X, Y, Z. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is everybody's going through different things, but you can succeed. You can push past whatever pain point you have. And speaking of pain points, one way to pass them, make them easier, is I created this members area. I've been working on this for like 2 months, and I wanted to bring this to the YouTube channel because it's quite powerful, where I'm starting to now create, like, if you guys are familiar, when I watch YouTube videos, when I mention the YouTube videos and you guys watch them, and I'll say, oh, go watch my XYZ video in the past. But really, I forget like 9 times out of 10 to add the links. And frankly, it's going to be too hard for people to find them because I literally have over 1,100 videos on this channel, or close to 1,100. I know over 1,000 for sure. But I did create this members area here. And let's just go ahead and click go to portal here. And by the way, I'm new to this, so I'm still kind of like working on things, making things better. Hold on. I don't think I set this up properly. Let me, I'm probably going to have to pause the screen. Hold on. Okay, so there we go. I kind of got this solved. I had to go into an incognito tab so that you guys can see this. But basically, creating this members area, which it just says this is the whole purpose of it. This is a community where I share what I personally have discovered about print on demand, my tips, my tricks, and even my tactics, all for you guys. And some of the content is free, some of it is paid. But what I did was here, I'm gonna start like organizing certain content that I've created and some that I need to add more of and I need to create more of, and certain things that I haven't spoken about or that I kind of can't speak about will be on this members area. And I've never used this software before. It's called Naz.io. It looks, pretty cool. It seems pretty functional, and it seems like a great place for me to set up this members area to where you guys can join for free. You can see all the free content. If you want to pay for the paid content, you could go ahead and pay for it. But the way we're structuring the paid content is the goal is to be cheaper and to solve specific needs. So, for example, here we have like the Redbubble course that we created on Autopilot Passive Income. By the way, great course. So many people used it and loved it. Let me actually go ahead and pull it up. AutopilotPassiveIncome.com, right? This course right here, this Redbubble tag course, this bad boy right here. This course, there were some parts that people knew in the very beginning. Like, for example, what is the algorithm? What is SEO? What is things like that? Those are basics we had to go over in order to get into the deeper stuff. And you guys can see the curriculum, right? You can see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of deep topics here. The point is that sometimes people might know certain parts and they don't want to pay for the whole entire course. They want to pay for a piece of it. Now, as far as these courses, the TeePublic course, the Zazzle course, etc., the Pinterest advertising course, these courses are going to stay the way they are. They're not going to be cut off or put into the members area. But all new type of content, we'll segment it and make it cheaper and easier for you guys to access. So to put things into perspective, I've been doing Etsy, for example, for a little less than 3 years. So like, let's say 2 4/5, okay? And I have my own kind of structure to Etsy. I kind of talked about this in a few other videos. You know, for those who have seen those videos, kind of get what I'm talking about. And I was going to come out with a $99 course for Etsy, but the reality is that not everybody can pay for that. And I understand that people can afford it. It's not about affording, but it's about, you know, there's other priorities in life. And so, for example, what we did was we took a certain aspect of it. Like, so for example, for me, or what I think is the most important for my Etsy strategy, is finding the low competition niches, right? How do you find low competition to begin with? Not just niches, and not like a random niche video, but content, like straight up a course on it. And so that, you know, it's like a mini course, $39.99 of me sitting there for God knows how long the video is. I don't know, but I don't know if it's an hour. I don't remember, but basically me sitting down explaining a certain aspect of it. But really, the point is, I'm going to be adding more free content. So, for example, this Redbubble free course, I took down all the courses on my current website. So, like Autopilot Passive Income, you can't get any free courses here because they're, I don't want to say they're outdated, but they're not what we're going to be rolling with anymore, right? So, like this Redbubble free course, there is a video that I've uploaded to YouTube in it, right? Because I think it's important, needs to be mentioned, but I also record new content in there as well. So what I'm going to be doing and what I'm aiming to do with this members area is just be another tool for you guys to help you take you to the next level. And, you know, what I'm planning to do is, like, when I reference certain playlists or certain videos, I could just put the link in the description and you guys can come to the members area and watch those videos for free in the members area. Does that make sense? And part of the reason why is because when I tell you guys, oh, go search the video, let's face it, some people are not going to be able to find the video amongst literally 1,000 videos. So, you know, it's just part of the game. I mean, that it is what it is. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to slowly be adding more free and paid content. This is just what I was able to put together for, you know, these like month and a half, 2 months. And it will be added more and more and more. And speaking of a community, because this is kind of like a community with members, I'm connecting the website with Telegram, I believe. And it's basically another way that we could chat and talk and all kinds of things. And hopefully, you know, I could set that up properly. I think I've already set it up. I'm not sure. I'm just, once again, I'm an amateur at this. I'm still learning. So definitely, you know, bear with me. But basically, it's all good to go. It's ready to go. So if you join anything or if you want to watch and get started, you could become a member now for free. Just watch the free course. And by the way, I'm going to be adding more content to the free courses. I don't plan on having the course just the way it is. I had a comment the other day on somebody asking me about my Redbubble course for the SEO course, the tagging SEO course. And they said, do you update your course? And absolutely, I update my courses. The one of the updates we did, was a huge update, was to the Zazzle course, you know, recently. We do updates all the time to all courses. It's just a matter of when the content is needed, it gets updated, gets added. But as for these courses, you know, the Redbubble, the TeePublic, the Zazzle, they're not going to go anywhere, and they're not going to be cut up into here. Any kind of new content that I create, we'll add here, but we'll always be updating these courses. These courses are, you know, we got a lot of students on them who love the content, who it's impacted a lot of lives, and frankly, it's just all about being more successful. So back to what I was trying to say. I'll leave the link in the description for the members area if you want to check it out. But more importantly, oh, also, sorry, forgot to mention. Sorry about my crazy brain. We're also going to have a newsletter on there. I'm not going to spam you guys with a bunch of garbage emails. Trust me, I hate emails. It's only going to be like relatable, good content in the email. So, for example, if I add a new video clip to the free courses or something you're a member of or whatever, I'll send out a quick email, like a shoot, saying, hey guys, check out the new video in XYZ course or something like that. It won't be like a bunch of garbage, basically. And I know you guys have signed up to so many other people's email lists, and they just every day hit you with like 5-6 emails of just complete nonsense promoting stuff that really doesn't help anyone. So it's going to be related to a couple things: Etsy, print on demand. And when I say print on demand, I really mean the whole slew. We're talking Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, the whole thing, right? Society6, the whole thing. Anyways, and also stock photography. And I was debating on creating a free guide on KDP, but here's the thing. People might be like, red flags might be coming up in people's brains saying, KDP, what are you talking about, KDP? You never talk about KDP. Here's the thing, okay? And I spoke about this before. Maybe you guys know about this, maybe you don't. One of my first side hustles that I was doing with my very first business was KDP, and I ended up selling that KDP account for $65K, something like that. And I was an amateur at the time. And then I created another KDP account, which I still have making me money till this day on a monthly basis. And it really hasn't decreased. And honestly, it just comes down to understanding Amazon. There's really nothing difficult about it with KDP. But there are some cool black hat type things that you can do to boost your success with KDP. So I could talk about those things. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do KDP now, because I don't. I just collect the income from something that I did 7 years ago. But I could talk about it if you guys are interested. I also did Amazon FBA. I've done a lot of businesses. I've never done a brick and mortar, like a physical business, but I've done a lot of online stuff. I've done Amazon FBA very successfully. And to be honest, the word very successful, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because Amazon FBA in and of itself is not a really profitable endeavor. But out of the people who do profit, I mean, you're making 10% profit, 20% at max. Unless you have a different marketing strategy, which I don't mind sharing as well. And part of the reason why I don't mind sharing is because really these are things I had to learn the hard way, and I don't really care. I mean, I might as well just put them out there. I don't do KDP anymore, like in terms of working on it every day. I just collect the income. As for Amazon FBA, I used to do Amazon FBA a while back. We're talking 5 years ago. And, I sold the products. I just feel like it's not as profitable as it could be in terms of profit margins. But I did a phenomenal job with that. So I could share certain things in this members area. It's just a matter of me doing it over time. This is the new year. It's 2024. And to infinity and beyond, guys, literally. I mean, this could be the biggest year for all of us. No exaggeration. And my mind is a little loopy here because I haven't eaten in a while, and I can't wait to eat my next meal. Hopefully, some of the grocery stores or something will be open tomorrow. But if it doesn't, I'm going to give myself hell. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to cheap out. I'm not going to go the easy route. Like I said, I've come to this country to give myself a struggle so I can become a stronger, better person and show up for my family at the end of the day. And you guys, I'm showing up for you guys. I'm showing up for my personal family. You guys don't know, maybe you know this, I don't know. But I support my family financially. There's nobody who, my dad is disabled, okay? I take care of him financially in every aspect. And anything he needs. I mean, he can't cook, so I have catering sent to him every week, things like that. So anyways, the point of what I'm trying to say is you have people relying on you. I have people relying on me. You guys are relying on me to make this good content. And this year has to be, not will be, not could be, it has to be the biggest year of your life, 2024. You guys can turn it all around, man. I'm telling you. And at the end of the day, guys, you guys know my spirit. You guys know my motivation. And I'm all about hard work. I'm all about success. I'm all about the grind. I'm all about the push and the shove. And at the end of the day, it's only because it makes us better. It's not because I have some sort of fascination with pain. This is painful to me. I did not want to leave America. I did not. This is painful for me. But this is, I'm here doing what I got to do. You could think of it as like a training camp, a fighting camp, whatever you want to call it, which I will be doing a lot of boxing. But I'm here on a mission, and you guys should be on a mission too. 2024 is the mission, right? You have to make sure to seize the moment. I don't know how long this world is going to go on with the way that it's going on financially, in terms of income, things like that, with the businesses that are able to run. You got AI taking over. You got, CBDCs are coming. A lot of things are happening that are really not it doesn't look good for a lot of people. I'm just going to keep it real. So you got to seize the moment. You never know. This might be the last year of true freedom in this world. You really never know. I don't want to go too deep into that because I'm definitely not trying to get canceled out here. But maybe we could talk about that in the members area. Who knows? But I could even share some other things that I've done. Like, for example, I flipped a house. I could share that in the members area as well. We'll see how far things go with the members area, but it's going to be something I'm going to consistently push. I'm going to consistently tell you guys, go sign up for the free stuff. I just basically was able to get some basic stuff out there in the members area. For example, like this stuff, this and this was from Ecomify. If you guys are familiar with Ecomify, which was like a mini website that I had like real cheap stuff for sale, which it was literally just these, like that's it. And so I just figured I'd move them here, consolidate, make it one thing. But yeah, guys, I'm going to consistently post. I'm going hard. If you guys have noticed, I haven't been posting before the year kind of ended. That's the reason why. I was doing the traveling. I was getting here. I'm in it to win it with you guys, man. This is going to be a difficult year. It's going to be hell for a lot of us. But, when we come out of that hell, we rise like a phoenix. And the reality is that there's only two types of people in this world. There are people who talk about it, and there are people who do it. And I'll be honest, at one point in my life, I was a talker. I was not a doer. But when, things went left in my life and, stuff became real, my mom passed away. She was the breadwinner of the family because my dad was disabled. Like I said, there was only one person left to make the money for the family, and that was me. I had 2 jobs. I remember being 17, 2 jobs, signed up for college, going to college, and I turned 18 within like the first, I think like 5 months, 4 months, whatever it was of college. I don't remember. But essentially, turned 18 in college while having 2 jobs, starting a business, learning how to run a business, and every single waking moment working on the business because, let's be honest, working as an employee was absolute hell, and on top of that, I had to support my family. And I just couldn't keep up. The expenses were too high, and the pay was not enough. And I was working, minimum and lower than minimum wage type jobs. I was working at a restaurant called. Actually, I don't know if I should say the name. I don't want to expose them because we had a kind of a falling out. But anyways, I was working at a restaurant. It was an Italian restaurant, and I don't want to bring hell on them, but there was no salary. You only got paid tips, and I remember days like a Wednesday or Thursday, Tuesday, make like $20-something an hour, but it didn't matter. I mean, a year, not a year. See, this is what I mean. My mind has gone. In the day, I'll make like $20-something since it's not a weekend day. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been there. I've struggled. I definitely know how it feels. And then I had my other job. I was working at JCPenney's. I told this story so many times. But, I've struggled before, and I'm re-entering a new phase of struggle in my life. And you guys, if you guys are struggling and you're disappointed about struggling, I want you to understand that this is not forever. You're not going to struggle forever. You're not going to be a victim forever. Eventually, you're going to take the pain, you're going to move forward. It doesn't matter how old you are either. Success can happen in a very short period of time. Within a year, your life can absolutely change. And, I'll give a quick example. For most people listening to this, I'm going to bet like 80% of the people listening to this, if they just made an extra $2,000 a month, every month, their life would completely change. They would have a completely different reality. And I'm giving you guys a small number, $2,000 a month. I'm giving you guys a very, very small number. The reality is you could do much more than that. You just have to set your expectations high, but your expectations have to match your reality of work. And, I spoke something last year And it's weird to say last year because today's January 1st, but last year in November and December, I said to you guys, when 2024 comes, I'm going to do something different that's going to be harder than something I've ever done before. And the reason why it's harder than something I've ever done is because I'm leaving the comfort of my family, of New York, of all that kind of stuff, and I'm coming to a place I know nothing about. I don't know the people, I don't know the language, I don't know anything, okay? And I'm struggling out here to hopefully make something of myself that is respectable and honorable. And the only way that's going to happen is going through pain and going through struggle. And, a lot of people might ask me or might think, does it always have to be this way? Does it have to be struggle? Does it have to be painful? Does it have to, be this way? And I don't know an alternative. I'll just be honest. I'm not aware of an alternative where things can just come easy. As far as school and getting good grades, I mean, that came relatively easy, but, nothing else that I could measure in life has come that easy. Everything else is difficult. I mean, you could even ask the mothers on this YouTube channel. There's a lot of people, a lot of moms who watch this YouTube channel who are involved in Print on Men, all this. Even you guys know, bringing a kid into this world is a struggle, is painful. You're screaming, you're yelling, you're crying. I mean, that's kind of a bad example, but you guys get my point. It's painful. My point is everything in life that's worth it is painful. Everything. At least I think everything. I mean, I think so. But over time, that pain shifts into kind of like an enjoyment because you know where you're heading. And, I was extremely, extremely weak when I was younger because I felt sorry for myself. And I'm telling you, the way to lose in life, and I repeat this is the most important thing if you don't hear anything else. The way to lose in life is to feel sorry for yourself. That is the worst thing you could do. And I understand people who feel sorry for themselves. Trust me, I was there. I was in your seat. I was feeling sorry for myself. There was nobody there to support me, even though I had a family. There was nobody there to support me, not financially, not emotionally, not in any kind of way. I didn't have company. I didn't have any of this kind of stuff. I just had responsibilities. And, I know there's many people that kind of feel that right now. And the reality is that everybody starts at the same point. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It never will be easy. And, man, it only becomes great after you tell the stories of what you've accomplished. And I told my dad this. I said, look, I'm leaving. I'll be back maybe in 4 or 5 months. Not going to be back permanently, just temporarily for like a couple weeks. And you're going to see I'm going to become a different person. You can't go through a period of 100 days, 160 days, 120 days and not be a different person. You guys are going to see my evolution. I've already been evolving. Maybe you guys have noticed this, maybe you haven't. But I'll just give you an example. The 2 months before January 1st of today, I was evolving. I started doing fasts. I started depriving myself of basic things like food, water, not because I like to torture myself, but because I want to see what kind of individual I can become. And like I said, I had the ability, guys, to go walk into that casino today because this was the only building that which is odd to me because casinos are literally everywhere here in Romania. But like almost like it seems like every corner. But I could have walked into the casino, maybe see if they had anything to offer, French fries, whatever. But I'm not going to do that because. And there's nothing wrong with, I mean, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not hating on people who gamble, but I'm not even going to allow that energy into my life. I would rather just not eat, period. I would just rather not eat. I will starve for an extra day. Who cares? I think sometimes experiencing some of these not vital, what's the word? Kind of like this animalistic approach towards life where it's like, you know how animals are. They have to hunt for their food. They have to starve. They have to, they're fighting, grabbing, and clawing every little inch for everything. I mean, you kind of appreciate more of the things that you have in life. But I don't want to keep rambling on. Maybe I'll create like a mini podcast or something where I make these type of videos where I talk about these things. But speaking of a podcast, I'm going to leave this time the links, I won't forget, to the other channels that I'm about to start posting on. Okay? Like I said, I moved out here. I'm focused on, improving you guys, improving myself. I'm going to make some of these videos on the other channels. I'm going to start breaking some things down. We're going to be talking about BlackRock. We're going to be talking about the New World Order. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things from a financial perspective that could really affect your life. That will be in the financial channel. We have an SEO channel. We have all these other channels. So check out the links in the description is for the channels. The members area, check it out. You don't have to pay for any of these courses if you don't want to. I'm not even sitting here trying to like push them. But join the free stuff. Join the members area. I should be sending out like emails and posts and maybe even the Telegram group if you guys want to join. Like I said, this is all new to me, so I'm working on it behind the scenes. And if you guys have suggestions, let me know. We'll figure it out together. But yeah, my work is cut out for me. This is going to be one hell of a year, and it's not going to be necessarily fun, but it's going to be definitely accomplishing. It's going to be spiritually beneficial, mentally beneficial, physically beneficial, and I hope it's the same for you guys as well. And you can become a completely different person after this year. If you just dedicate 1 year of your life to solving any kind of issue you have in your life, it's very possible. And I'm speaking from the perspective that I had past accomplishments, but I'm on a new journey now. I'm not going to talk about my past accomplishments. I'm on a new journey the same way you guys are. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best, and see you soon. Peace out. Bye.